Hey, I'm Ryan with One of the Discovers, and today I'm going to show you a delicious fudgy brownie recipe that Kelly found that we made a few weeks ago, and it was fantastic. It's from thestayatHomeChef.com, and I'm going to show you how to make it right here. So first of all, just to go through the ingredients, we have some laid out right here. We're going to have 10 tablespoons of butter that is currently melting, 1 cup granulated sugar, 2 large eggs, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract that actually doubled to make 4 teaspoons, and then we have half a cup of melted chocolate chips that are melting right now. So you can see here from the beginning, we got 10 tablespoons of butter melting in the pot. And then what I have here is a double broiler method with just some pot with some water in it. And then we have half a cup of the chocolate chips on top. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna boil underneath. And we're gonna start melting the chocolate chips. 3/4 cup all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup cocoa powder, and then half a teaspoon of salt. I actually doubled this because we're using unsalted butter. So 1 teaspoon of salt, and then 1 cup of non-melted regular chocolate chips. And then we got a bowl. So everything's gonna go in the bowl. It's gonna be wicked easy. I actually got the melted butter right now, melted down, and we're gonna go grab that. So I just took the 10 tablespoons of melted butter, poured it in the bowl. It's ready to go. We're gonna take our 1 cup of sugar and pour it in while we whisk. So you're just gonna whisk the butter and the sugar together until it's all incorporated, and then it's kind of thick now. And you wanna pour it in slowly, not all at once, just so it can be incorporated well. And then at this point, we wanna add in our eggs and our vanilla extract. So we're gonna go ahead and keep whisking while we add in our eggs. And then we add in our vanilla extract. And now you have it nicely incorporated. It's a little more liquidy again. It's not as thick as when we had the butter and the sugar. And next we're gonna take our double broiler with the chocolate chips, pour it into this mix. So honestly, really nothing to the double broiler method. I literally just left that half cup of chocolate chips in the pot above the boiling water. Went over a couple minutes later, stirred them up, and we just have this nice smooth chocolate ready to go into our mixture. So from this point forward, I'm actually gonna switch to my rubber spatula instead of the whisk and just start stirring it all together. And take a break. Then we're gonna add our flour. Then we're also gonna add our cocoa powder and also the salt. And then you just wanna stir it up until it's just combined. You don't wanna keep stirring it and overdo it. You really wanna make sure that you get the sides as well. It's where the rubber spatula can really come in handy. So once it's looking really smooth, it's not looking like much of a flour substance, we're actually gonna take our chocolate chips, the whole cup, and then just give it a good mix and make sure the chocolate chips are throughout. So now we got our chocolate chips all mixed in. We got our batter ready to go. What I'm gonna do is I have the oven ready. It's preheated to 350, and I'm gonna take my square brownie pan, pour the mixture in. So I got my square brownie pan. It's got a piece of parchment in it. One thing that's a huge tip that I just learned tonight is actually to butter the inside of your brownie pan. I had a lot of trouble sticking the parchment paper into the pan, but if you butter the pan, put it in there, press in the edges, and it stays like that, so it's perfect, so you don't get this weird edge stuff going on. So now we got a batter. I'm gonna go ahead, dump it in. So I just put the mix into the brownie pan, and I'm just going ahead and smoothing out the top just so it gets in all the edges. So we have our mix in the brownie pan. It's all smoothed out into the edges, and it's ready to go. So we're gonna stick it in the oven for 30 minutes at 350, and then we're gonna let it rest for 30 minutes after. It's definitely important you let it rest, otherwise the brownie's just gonna fall apart. So it's been about an hour. We've had the brownies in there for roughly like 30-35 minutes. I checked the sender just to make sure that it came out clean with a toothpick. Let it sit for about 30 minutes, and there we have the brownies. They look great. The top is nice and crisp, and we can easily pull it out with parchment paper. What I love about these brownies, oh shit. So I went ahead and cut it into a 4x4 square, and you get 16 brownies out of it. And what's great about these is you have the chocolate chips in the center that are really nice, that melted while they baked, as well as the melted chocolate chip fudgy mixture that went into the brownies itself. So if you love fudgy brownies, definitely give this a try. Super easy to put together. You just get all your ingredients, throw them in the bowl, mix it a few times, and it's super easy. So thanks for watching, and hope this helped, and I will check you next time. Thanks. Let it sit for about 30 minutes. Stop it!